when you come into a week when St. Brown's not practicing, does your role change at all? Is there anything more that's on your plate with one of your top teammates now?
We're not really certain on what we're gonna do right now. We just focus on what we can do, and looking at how we could attack Dallas. That's our main thing right now. We just putting the pieces together and looking to get back on the winning track.
What do you think you proved? Maybe not to yourself, you probably already knew, but to people outside, what you could be as maybe a number one receiver, go-to type receiver last week.
I don't know what I proved. I don't really look into, me proving people wrong. People gonna think what they want to think, regardless of what you do or what you don't do. So, I just go out there and do my job the best I could do it.
Can you explain how you were used differently?
I just got more opportunities. That was it.
Do you think that was an opportunity, last week, just to be able to kind of formulate that chemistry with you and Goff?
We already had chemistry. I don't want to get too into that, just because I got the ball more that we worked on our chemistry. No, it was just part of the game. We already had chemistry. And like I said, I just executed on the opportunities. I should have did it more. We came out with a loss, and, what I did don't even matter because we lost.
I know we talked this year a little bit about, kind of how your game is involved, route tree, that sort of thing. But last week, were you running routes, as a number one instead of?
No, it's routes I've been running. I run a lot of the same routes as everybody else on this team, but people say I just go deep. I guess that's what they just see on the, But I run the same routes as everybody else. We all run the same routes, different concepts. We all get thrown in different positions and things like that. So we get a chance to run a lot of the same routes as, our other guys on the team.
When you get the ball in your hands, are you immediately looking for just the quickest way to the end zone? Or
yeah, I know most of the times whether when I catch the ball if I got space or not. So if I got space, I know it's like a 99.999% chance I score. But, if it's not, then I try to make a move and go score. So, my mindset on catching it is scoring,
We obviously see the speed that gets you there, but do you feel like your vision is underrated, or is it these runs? I kind of,
going out there, lining up, I see what defenses they in, so I really kind of know where people are, sitting down on routes, running through zones, and, playing against man coverage, I kind of know where the defender is or they are when I catch the ball to, try to attack them and attack the soft spots in the zones and things like that. So, I kind of got a feel of where they be at, and, I just move off of that after I get the ball in my hands.
Is that something you pick up over time, just a feel for the game?
I think that's something like that just come with, being talented, a ball player. That's something I've been doing since I was a little kid, getting the ball and scoring. You don't change pretty much. You just do the same thing growing up.
I asked Hutch yesterday, but have you noticed the increased level of urgency to really try to get this next one, especially after that loss on Thanksgiving? Has the urgency level been around the team this week?
It's the same, I would say we treat every game the same, but now we got more urgency to, win these last games, winning out in the season, and do our job and get in the playoffs and do our thing.
What do you see from their secondary? Their defense really, I guess, they made those additions.
We seen these guys two of my 3 or 4 years in the league, so we seen these guys before and know what they can do and know these DB's tendencies. So we know how to attack them. But that's a huge shout out to the coaches. They put in extra work for us and tell us what they see, and we do extra work too. And we go back and forth with the coaches and plan and find ways to attack these guys. We got a lot of ways to attack them, and Thursday should be a good day on the offensive side.
And just to follow up on this question, do you consider this a must win? Just kind of given where you guys are in the playoff standings.
Yeah, I don't even know where we at. We don't look at playoff standings. I just look at wins, losses, the week we play. So right now, my mind and everybody in the locker room mind is on Thursday night, Dallas Cowboys. We focusing on getting the win and getting back on track.
Since it is a Thursday night game, primetime game, do you feel like that brings out something special in you too? Big plays.
Yeah, I look at every game like that though, but when I see the prime time, everybody always want to come up to you and say everybody's watching and this and that. Everybody watching every day, no matter what move we make. So I look at it the same. I just try to play ball and make the most plays as I can while I'm out there with my number card and the opportunity is given to me.
Especially with you, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Sounds
Sounds like the Cowboys might get Diggs back. What does he bring to their secondary?
Great player. He's a ball hawk. I love his game. But right now I'm just focused on us and what we can do and how we could come back on top, come out on top.
One last question about last week. Came up with Johnny Morton today. That pass, that fourth down pass from the offense behind you, hit your hands. Do you consider it a drop? How do you, is that one that you can?
Yeah, that's a drop. It's a drop. That's why I really did all that after the play. No matter where the ball is at, as a receiver, you got to make plays. And the blame don't go on the quarterback. It go on us. And that's not even like putting it down on my quarterback. I'm not even saying that. I'm saying it's my fault because I dropped the ball. He gave me an opportunity. I just got to make the best of the opportunity and move the sticks for us. I move the sticks right there. It could be a whole different game changer for us.
Yeah, we saw the emotion in you after the play. You tell how much that meant to you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was a big play to me. No matter what happened in the game before that, you just got to look at the play right now. And, I just got to make the best of that play and bring that one in for us, man.